All right, friends, welcome back to another video. Today we're working on my 2017 Subaru Crosstrek. And as you can see in the intro video, my passenger side headlamp is out. I'm pretty sure it's a burnt bulb, but I'm going to verify that. But when I noticed that, I decided to check the rest of the lights out. And I noticed that I have running lights in the back, but nothing in the front. So these are the side marker lamps, and these should be running, it's a dual filament bulb, should be a running lamp as well as a turn signal. And the turn signals work, but just no running lamps in the front. And we could verify that. Turn the hazards on. You can see the ones in the front. The signal lights work as well as in the back. We can do a quick brake check. You can see all the rear brake lights work. The third light works. So, quick backstory on this car. It's a salvage title car, and I purchased it off of a customer that I deliver parts to, and he does really good work. I mean, I trust the guy, but it's probably just something that he overlooked, and not a big deal because I know how to work on cars. So, I mean, I'll just get underneath there and figure it out. It's not too complicated. I've already looked at the wiring diagrams. The front headlamp, I'm pretty sure it's a burnt bulb. Whenever you turn the headlights on, both lights should be getting power. They're on the same circuit. There's still a chance there could be power lost at the going to the passenger side headlamp, but I doubt it. I think it's just a burnt bulb. The front running light circuit, the side marker light and the forward-facing running light, both sides are on the same circuit. And the fog lamps are on a separate circuit, the headlamps are on a separate circuit, even the turn signals are on a separate circuit. But I believe the front running lights, it's a related issue. There's probably a loose connection somewhere, but it could be something damaged because of the airbag deploying. So let me show you a wiring diagram so we can get into it and show you guys my plan of attack on diagnosing this. Let's get to it. Okay, so I want to bring something up real quick. I spoke to a buddy of mine that rebuilds cars as well, and he actually has this same year and model Subaru. And what he told me is that sometimes whenever the airbags deploy on a rebuilt title car, the BIU, that's body integrated unit, that's Subaru's version of the BCM. It's on this side underneath the dash. I believe it's on this pillar here. And whenever that knee airbag deploys, sometimes it'll cause damage to the wiring, the connectors, or sometimes even the BIU. So just something to keep in mind as we move forward on this diag. All right, real quick, guys. I was getting ready to check see if I had any voltage to this connector. That's the low beam headlight connector. I want to show you my electrical testing equipment. We'll start with my multimeter. It's an Astro DM6000AR, 6000 count. And this is really awesome. It's got a lot of features on here. You can check temperature, hertz, capacitance, all the usual voltage, ohm checks, diode, milliamps, microamps, amps. Not sure what that is for. Maybe an amp clamp or something. But yeah, really good meter. Junk leads though. I made these here. I bought some 12 gauge silicone wire. Everything I bought is off of Amazon. And I got these stackable banana jack connectors. And I made a couple of sets of leads also with the stackable banana jacks, so that I could run extensions. You can do all kinds of cool things with those stackable connectors, running all the way over here. And I'm going to be checking them with these. These are my needle probes. These are real good for back probing into the backside of connectors or piercing wires. Or you can stick them in the pin slots, because you don't want to stick these thick ones in there because you don't want the tension, you don't want the sockets to get loose. So that's what I use these for. These are just your regular test probes. Everything's off of Amazon. These actually I made. I had some of these alligator clip wires, and I just snipped a couple of them. And I also have packages of these female banana jack connectors. And I believe I soldered these on there, as well as these stackable banana jacks. These just open up and you solder your wires in there, and then you close them back up. And real easy to make. There's plenty of videos online on how to make them. And but that's my kit. I bought the case for this. Real handy. I just stick all my accessories in there, and I just have a one package, you know, to do all kinds of troubleshooting with that. And I also have this Astro, this CM4KOR. This is a DC. I believe it's a DC only. No, it's AC and DC. And I use this for checking for amp draws, parasitic draws, and I use the regular multimeter for that too, but this is real handy. You can just clamp it around a wire, and it's pretty good. I mean, all this stuff's inexpensive, but it's accurate enough for most automotive work. I mean, there's no need to get super expensive meters. You can be pretty dangerous with this stuff. You know, you can do a lot of work with these cheap tools. And I just bought this because it was on sale, and this is a really good meter too. I think this is like $15, and just look at all those features that it does. I mean, honestly, I probably didn't even need that other one, but I liked it because it was big, you know, and it's just a bigger multimeter. But this is just a little handy small meter. And I also have several other meters that I keep just for backup. You know, this one works pretty good. This is just this is AC only amp clamp from Harbor Freight, but it still works, so I keep it around, you know, but I probably don't need it. But yeah, anyways, this is all really good tools to have for the DIY, you know, and even the professional, you know, just to have some extra meters just to kick around. Okay, I've got the everything connected over there, getting ready to see if there's any voltage. I'm gonna turn this low beam on, and we've got voltage. I must have the leads reversed over there. It's reading negative, but yeah, we have voltage over there, so that bulb's bad. I'm gonna double check it, do an ohm check on it, resistance check. Okay, got my alligator clips on the low beam bulb. It's reading OL. No good. Okay, I'm getting ready to replace the headlamp bulb. I went ahead and got these Sylvania Silver Star. They're supposed to be a wider light. The original ones are kind of yellowish looking. So are these driving lights. So I'm going to see how these look, and I might end up replacing those just so they match. These driving lights, they're kind of a whitish light or these fog lamps. So I kind of like for all of them to match. And there's Luna. Luna the shop dog. Hi, sweetie. All right, gotta get back to work. Love ya. The dishes are done, man. Well, not really. Still gotta get those front running lights, but we'll get it. Looking pretty sexy. Well, those replacement headlamp bulbs aren't all that white. You can see the fog lamps are like really white. So I think those headlamps are probably about the same shade as the daytime running lamps and the high beams. So I think I'll just leave them for now. I really don't use those driving lights or the fog lamps, so it doesn't really matter. Well, guys, the remainder of this diag is actually going to be pretty simple. What I did was, as you can see, this is the diagram for the side marker and clearance lights. This is the turn signal. We're not worried about that because we know the turn signals work. And this is the right front as well, side marker, clearance light. They both have a black wire on the connector. It's basically the connector that is at the headlight, and it actually wires up all the lights that are in the headlight, the turn signals, the headlamps, the running lights, or the daytime running lights, and the high beams. So all the wires pass through that connector, and You got this black wire, and on the left side you got a blue and green wire, and on the right side you have this black and blue wire. And I've already unplugged the connectors. That's the connector that plugs into the headlamp. And I've got it on this side as well. And I've already probed these. We got this going to that black wire, and the other one is I believe on this side it's the blue and black. Yep, black and blue wire. And so I've got my voltmeter set up, volts DC. Go ahead and turn the running lights on. We got voltage to those connectors. I've already checked this side, and I had voltage there too. So what I'm thinking is there's probably no bulbs in those sockets there. So what I'm going to have to do tomorrow, I'm going to have to take this bumper off so that I can remove the headlamps. There's no way of getting to those light bulbs. I've got baseball mitt hands, so I won't be able to squeeze in there. It's getting kind of late. I don't know if you can tell my voice, but I'm getting sleepy, so I'm going to resume this tomorrow. So I'm getting ready to take this bumper cover off, because these headlights have to come out, and that's the only way they'll come out is if the bumper cover's off. But I went ahead and taped all around the contact areas to make sure I don't get any scratching. There's these types of push-in connectors, and I guarantee you're going to break some of them. So if you can, I tried to save as many as I could, but try to get some extra ones if you can from the auto parts store. But there's one here, there, here, 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 here. There's one back here, a couple of them down here, and there's about 4 of them that go across the bottom. Take all those out, unplug your fog lights, and these snap in here. There's some kind of a bracket in there. You just kind of yank it and it pops out. So I'm gonna put this camera back on the tripod so you can see me yanking that thing off. Okay, that was easy enough. These are the tabs. They slide into these, I think these are called the bumper brackets. They go on the end of the fender, and they also slide into the bottom of the headlamp. So to take this headlamp out, there's a 10 millimeter there, a couple of them here, and one over here. So I'm going to zip those off and pull it out, see if there's any light bulbs in those running lights. So there's bulbs in here, but they look kind of toasty. So I don't know what's going on there.
I'm going to pull them out of the socket and see if I can do a continuity test on them. So these sockets, they're not in bad shape. They're not burnt up or anything.
The bulbs look like they're burnt. That's kind of hard to tell, but you can see a little charring inside the glass. I'm going to do a quick resistance check on these bulbs just to verify that they're bad. I'm going to pull these tabs up. I'm going to show you these leads on this Astro here. These are the factory leads, and if you remember me saying that sometimes you have to sand these down to get good contact, I don't think I've sanded these down, but it just gives you some wonky readings. See, like right there it shows 1 ohm. There's 0.2 ohms. So you move them around and they just... So what you do is you get like a Scotch-Brite or something and just kind of scuff them up. I don't know if this is going to work. Sometimes you have to take some sandpaper. This might not work. It's got some kind of a coating on there. Anti-corrosion coating or something. Let's see, that's better. See? These leads just kind of suck. Okay, let's check this bulb here. Okay, oh well. That one's burnt out. Should have got my alligator clips out. That one's burnt out as well. What are the chances that all 4 of these bulbs are burnt out? These are just the 2 that are on the passenger side. So I'm assuming the ones on the driver's side are burnt out. I'm going to run to the parts store and get some bulbs, slap them in and see what happens.